Hi and welcome, my name is Matt Green and I'm the club fitter here at 50 Yards Longer. In my last video I looked at the loft of the driver and found that 9 degrees was perfect for me. So today I thought I would try 5 different flexes, from light to regular to stiff to X to taut X. Would it make a difference? I've just hit the first 4 shafts, testing out KBS TD, which is their tour driven shaft. It's the first time that KBS has ventured into the driver market. I can tell you it feels very smooth. I can feel a lot of action up by the grip, up in that butt section. So when I'm hitting, I can really feel the rest of that shaft kind of release. And for me, I normally have a little bit of a left to right ball flight, and it's very noticeable just from these first few shots I've hit. It's tending to make that golf ball want to go left. So I'm just going to finish up with a couple more with this Cat 5. Feels super stiff. I'll do one more and I'm just going to go through my findings. I don't want to bore everyone with my 4 shots to go. Half decent. Okay, so I've just finished. If you look through them all there, you can see the white is the Cat 1, which is the light flex. One just felt amazing. So the shaft's role really is to, load up with potential energy and then release it at the moment of impact. If a shaft's a little bit too soft, you can find you get to impact and there's still energy left in the shaft, you've wasted it. It's also the shaft's role to try and return that club head consistently back to square. And I definitely think weight has a factor in helping the golfer, consistently return that club back to square. Now, category 1 felt incredible on the first shot. The one that went way to the right there, that you can see, that shaft felt like it was lagging way behind. But you can see between the 4 there's a huge disparity between the 4 shots. So light was terrible. Then we moved to Cat 2, which is the yellow. Same thing there, but a little bit more consistent. I still got that really hot one, and then I got one way left, a little shorter, and then way short again. So that shaft really wasn't coping with how my golf swing was loading. I went to Cat 3 and it started to feel a lot better. It was a little heavier, but it definitely felt a little bit firmer and smoother. And I hit 4 really nice golf shots with those, but there was still that 2 that had that nice energy transfer, and a couple where I just kind of felt that the shaft didn't quite do it. Good analogy would be almost like a bow and arrow. It's too hard to pull that bowstring back. You're not really going to get the energy to shoot the arrow off. And if it's really easy to pull back, you're also at the same point going to have loads of wasted energy. So it's just about trying to get that right amount of pull back on the bow, the right amount of flex in the shaft and release at the last minute. Then I went into Cat 4, felt fantastic. It's actually quite close to what I play. Felt the most stable, gave me the most consistent numbers, good distance, kind of like that little grouping to the left. I could definitely feel that shaft kind of helping the club go to that left-hand side. When we move to Cat 5, I'm swinging at about 105 miles an hour, 104 miles an hour today, a little slower than normal. Cat 5 felt like an absolute beast. It felt heavy, super stiff. I kind of didn't feel that a single one had any energy, kind of came off a little bit dead. Okay, the dispersion helped a little, but I'm pulling back there 15 odd yards. So let's go, now we've seen dispersion, let's look at a few of the numbers. So Cat 1, 261, 268 at Cat 2, little loss of distance, tiny bit there on Cat 3, Cat 4, 273, and the final one, 262. So you can see obviously the longest shot for me, both on a carry and total distance point of view, was Cat 4. Look at the club head speed, they're pretty much the same all the way through. That Cat 1 felt difficult to kind of produce any speed because it was kind of so light. Sometimes a shaft can get so light that you can't produce the club head speed. Another analogy there is like imagine a piece of string with a rock on the end. If there's a very light stone, you can get some speed. As the weight of the stone increases, you can get more speed, more energy, and then when it gets really heavy, then it becomes slow again. So there's that kind of, almost like a bell curve where we want to be right on the top, and Cat 4 for me did that. We look at ball speed, efficiency, and also that one there was pretty good on Cat 2. And then we look at spin rate. Lowest spin of all of them there was back in there again at Cat 4. Just kind of felt it return to that club nice and consistently, little bit high just in general throughout that whole session there, and that was at 9 degrees. So I mean, I would normally find that shaft launch is a little bit higher. I don't see that being a low shaft. Another really cool thing that I love about TrackMan, if anyone gets to spend 5 minutes on TrackMan, just go on to Optimizer, because you can go and look at a golf shot. So as long as it gets your attack angle, 3 swings, 3 pretty good swings, go on to Optimizer. It's based off your club head speed and attack angle. It's going to give you parameters that you're really looking for to get the most out of your driver. You can see this combination for me, just in general, doesn't work. Spin rate is a little bit too high, 600-700 RPMs. We kind of want launch on that top side at 13 with spin about 23. High launch, low spin, going to get more distance. Ball speed as well, not quite getting that energy. I didn't feel, apart from maybe the Cat 4, I didn't quite feel that shaft was quite performing for me. And so, you know, I know the head is pretty decent, sort of the perfect head for me, but just in general, I think I would then start looking at some other shafts just to see if I can bring some of that consistency back to returning it. And obviously in Maverick, I would probably maybe go Sub-Zero just to produce some slightly lower spin rate and hopefully boost that ball speed up. Big difference though in shaft, and it's really about consistency. We're getting the head to, you know, control a lot of factors of launch and spin and ball speed, and then we're using that shaft to really maximize consistency, returning that club back to square, fully loaded with energy that's released at the golf ball to give us the most consistent distance and to give us the tightest dispersion. 2 huge factors. I really don't think there's one that's more important than the other. A lot of people think the shaft's the driving engine of the club, but as you can see, club head just in loft makes a huge difference. And in another video in the future, I'm going to use the same shaft, because with our all-fit system, we can take one shaft and put it in every head. I'm going to hit TaylorMade and Callaway and Ping and Titleist and Cobra, etc., and just show you the difference, how a 10.5 throughout the brands produces different ball speeds and launch conditions. So stay tuned. Any videos you want me to do, I'm more than happy to. Thanks for watching. Cheers.